Okay, so here I have an update video here. I haven't done one in several weeks probably. I was really scrambling with the end of the summer, trying to get myself positioned nicely for when school started because I am a teacher. So just trying to keep my head above water right now, trying to keep the eBay business going along with, working full time. But I thought I'd do a quick video tonight. Family's asleep. Mostly of stuff that I got today. Got a couple of, you know, decent size hauls from two sales and then a few other things that I picked up yesterday. So here we can see the big game haul here that I posted on This Week with Reselling Facebook group. When I got up this morning, my son decided to get up nice and early at 6 a.m. and started scrolling through my Facebook feed a little bit, and I saw this sale that popped up that I've not seen, that was not on my scheduled route for today. And I saw like the StarCraft game and the Shogun game, and those are the kind of things that jump out at me a little bit. And I decided to look them up. And the first thing I noticed when I looked at the StarCraft game was that it goes for about $100 if it's complete. And the Shogun game was in the $60 range. So I decided to make a change of plans and head out 30 minutes in the opposite direction from where I planned on going. More out kind of towards the country. And take a risk that maybe games were in good shape and that maybe the lady wasn't going to be asking too much for them. So I headed out there thinking I would probably pick up maybe 3 or 4 games, and ended up with 11. Some worth more than others. I saw the Dungeons and Dragons games, which I didn't see in the photos, and just grabbed them. Figured, they got to make me something. And back up here, the lady told me $3 a piece for the games. So grabbed those. I grabbed the StarCraft, the Shogun, obviously, Conquest of the Empire, which was another, looked like, I think like $50-$60 game depending. Fortress of America, kind of in that same price range. The Axis and Allies, I typically won't buy those. I'll buy them if they're new and they're a couple bucks. These weren't new, but I saw these titles, Battle of the Bulge and the Guadalcanal. Yeah, I know I said that wrong. And I thought, yeah, those look a little bit more unique. So I took the time and actually looked those two up, and looked like they were going for like $80 to $100 depending on what condition they were in, how complete they were. So at $3 a piece, I decided I was going to take a chance. There really wasn't much available for either one of them, so I went ahead and did it. And I know I think Matt in the Facebook group told me that he sold this one for $90 in the last month. So, I told him one of his listing was probably one of the comps that I looked up while I was out there. So, got all those games for $33. I think I'm going to do pretty well. They were adult owned, combining the households, and it was a lady's boyfriend. She's probably 55, 60 years old. So I think that's a plus. It wasn't just kids tossing stuff in left and right. I looked at a couple of the games, a couple of the smaller Dungeons and Dragons games, a little pressed for time today, and they looked complete. They looked like they were in pretty good shape, and opened up like the StarCraft game, and I got high hopes. I think it looks pretty good, so we'll see. At the same sale, I got this red Wii with a controller. Paid $3 for it. Lady, of course, assures me that it works. If it does, those are easy sellers, the consoles. So that was good. At the same sale, I picked up this Pio 3 disc set. I can't believe how well these sell. I think I'm going to get like $30 for it, which is just crazy. The discs look like they're in good shape, but the sell-through on these is just phenomenal. So that was a nice first sale, even though it took me 30 minutes in the opposite direction of everywhere else I was going to go today. Then I think I went to 1 or 2 sales in between that were nothing great. Actually, we drove by one sale that, I don't know, wasn't there, that was supposed to be there. And I went up to this weird community sale up at this place I'd never heard of before. It's like a paintball place that happened to have an indoor like turf field or something. And I kind of pulled in a driveway. There wasn't many cars. I didn't really know what was going on, and I saw this door open on the side, and I kind of poked my head in there, and I saw like 5 tables maybe set up. And I was thinking, I'm not even gonna go in here because the tables I can see were like crafty stuff. But I said, no, let me poke my head in a little bit further. So I start going down towards the one end. like one table from the end, and like I said, it was only 5 tables total. A lady had this one combo unit like this, Samsung V4600, which I think I've sold before, and I saw that she wanted $5 for it. Lady saw me looking at it, she says, you know what, I got 2 more in the box behind the table here, exact same ones. So you can see here, I'm not going to lift all 3 up, but they're all the exact same model. They all had remotes, and she wanted $5 a piece. I offered her 12 for all 3, and she took it. I think they were pretty slow. She was begging me to buy more stuff, but fortunately she did not have anything else that was of interest. And the nice thing about the Samsungs, at least that I've found, is the remotes are pretty interchangeable. So if I got a unit, hopefully all these 3 units work, but even if I have a unit that doesn't work, I'll definitely use the remote somewhere down the line. I just did that with another Samsung that had a remote laying around from one that didn't work, and I got one from Goodwill that did work, and I sold it for, I want to say like $70, like within 24 hours. So if these all work, that's going to be a great score. This I picked up a couple of weeks ago. It's just been sitting upstairs and just made it into my basement workroom here. This is my first CD recorder. So I did power it up on the spot when I bought it. I paid $7 for it. I bought a bunch of video games at the same sale. It was awesome. They didn't advertise that they had video games. They were $1 a piece. I got one PS2 game. I can't remember the title of it. Dragon Ball Z3. Paid $1. Got $55 for it already. A bunch of Game Boy GameCube games. So I made out really good at that sale. They were wondering why there was nobody there, and I'm thinking, you should have advertised your video games, because I bought like 10 video games or something, a bunch of which I've already sold. Also, yesterday, picked up, speaking of video games, a PS2 Transformers the Game, which is not a great title, but it is sealed brand new, and I paid $2 for it, so I figured I could make $10 off of it. I also picked up this Sony Discman with the car adapter deal. That was $2. Not a super desirable model, but I'm hoping that this deal here with the cassette thing will make it sell better. And something I also posted in the Facebook group was this oscillator. It looked cool on the Goodwill shelf. Paid $8 for it. I plugged it in. I got power. My understanding, I'm not well versed on these at all, but my understanding is that it will be difficult, impossible for me to fully test because it does not come with the leads. But I'm going to sell it as is. I'm going to put it up for $100. It seemed like they were kind of all over the place. And, I'm taking a few more chances here. I'm trying to bulk up here in Western New York, so it's going to be a long winter. I think I probably only got about, another week, maybe 2 weeks of garage sales, and then it's going to be, that's going to be it. So one of my goals here has really been to try to buy more to kind of keep me going through the winter. I don't expect to be as busy as I've been in the summer, and that's okay, because I don't have as much time on my hands as I do in the summer. But I think this is pretty decent. This is going to keep me busy. Not exactly excited to count all the pieces here, but I'm gonna have the time. I still have quite a bit to list, and I still got a week or 2 to go. But yep. So this is what I got today. Everybody have a good night.